Hey guys, welcome to episode number 34 of the Reseller Stew. Today we are going to be talking about just stuff, tips and tricks and whatever we end up talking about. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, how's everybody doing today? Good. Anything exciting going on? You got any fun stuff happened this last week? Tanya?
I don't know. Margaret and I went shopping yesterday in Houston. We had fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you told me about that. I was like, woo!
Yeah.
But I guess she'll share what she found. I thought that was cool. So, what about you, April? You got anything exciting going on?
Exciting in what sense?
I don't know. I guess not. Moving on. Robin.
No. The exciting thing, my seller hub says that my sales are up 170%.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's exciting. I love to see that. But then when it starts going back down because you can't maintain it.
Yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm down like 20-something%. I was up like 180% like a month and a half ago, and now I'm down 20-something%. I'm like, dang on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I know I can't maintain that. I'm at like 153%. But for you to like, it's so twisted the way that they show it to you because, well, if you're at 100%, that's great. Mm-hmm. You know, like, but for some reason, if you get under the 100%, it turns red, and then it makes you feel like you're not doing very well.
Yeah.
Especially when it's telling you that you're down by like 60%. That's like really depressing.
Yeah.
You're like, we should be quiet, even heard me. I'm working as hard as I can.
You're not my friend anymore.
I was talking to Jenny yesterday, and we were talking about how they don't have that, because she was asking me, she said, because I told her that I had a really great weekend, like I had a $500 weekend, and she's like, oh, well, what categories? And I got to clicking around, and I noticed that what we used to have on our dashboard was our top performing categories and how much you had made in those categories. Mm-hmm. And I was like, they don't have that anymore. But it was a bunch of different stuff anyway. When I got to telling her what it was, I was like, oh, well, it was this and that and this and that. And she's like, oh, that was a whole bunch of different stuff. Wasn't any one category at all.
I am still not on the seller hub. I really need to take the plunge and do that.
I sent you the link, right, or no?
If you did, you might want to send it again.
Okay, yeah, because if you don't have it yet, then you can like click on the link and get over to it. Okay. I think after so many times that people were like, no, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Then they just like stopped offering it to you. Fine. I'm sure they'll just change people over at random one day. And,
right.
Like PayPal did, where it's like, oh, you can't go back. It's like, no, I don't like this. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, they said I was late. I was not late.
It was my fault.
I was waiting for Tanya.
Sorry, y'all.
I've been here since 11. So did you guys go shopping? April, you been shopping? You been hitting up the stores?
I've been hitting up the one store that I always hit up, like nothing new or exciting. It's the same store.
What'd you pick up?
Ooh, glad you asked.
She was gonna hold out on us if I didn't say.
I always ask. Yesterday I went to Goodwill and I got this. It's heavy.
Oh wow!
Cool.
It's so heavy.
That's a good brand too.
Yeah. So I've been testing it. the tape player was working, and now it doesn't seem to be. So I have to figure that out. But one of these went for like $200 on eBay. So
That's crazy.
That's awesome. I've never seen one. Like, I think that the other resellers in Austin are already finding them before I ever see them. What about you, Robin? You been hitting up the bins?
Yeah, I went to the bins once or twice last week, and then I went to some of my favorite Goodwills in my favorite ritzy area. So that was nice. I got a few things, but nothing spectacular, like blow your socks off good or anything.
So what are like, what do you consider just kind of like your bread and butter brands?
My bread and butter brands?
Yeah, or items.
Well, I sell mostly clothing now. And so when I think bread and butter, I think about all the little fillers that I sell in between all the big stuff. So, you know, we're talking about the little $10, $15 sale here and there. Blouses and shirts mainly, you know, J. Jill and Taylor Loft, and, you know, all those kind of outlet mall store brands. They make the number what it is at the end of the week, because I sell mostly those. So it's volume when it comes to clothes, really.
Yeah.
What about you, Tanya?
I'm glad you asked. I got this little guy. Isn't he cute? And listen what he does. Wait. Can y'all hear it?
How cute! My mom would love that.
When you were researching, you probably saw my listing. I have one of those.
Yeah, I didn't even research it. I just thought it was cute, and I knew I'd put it in my booth if I didn't sell it. But it looks like they're only going for about $20. And I paid $5. But it was so cute, I couldn't leave him there.
I haven't gone shopping at all. I haven't done any shopping. I'm glad I didn't do any shopping, because at the time I didn't have any room to put anything, even if I did. So, but then I cleaned my office this weekend, and then now I have room if I wanted to go shopping, but I'm not going to. I'm going to spend another week I need to sort through all of these totes and get rid of stuff that I don't need. Like, I'm either going to, it's going to be divided into, okay, this is worth listing, this is not worth listing, and just and blow it out. So I'm gonna go through another just like purging stuff. I almost said forging, and that's not the word.
That's kind of where I am right now. Is I'm
gonna forge some things.
I gotta go through my stuff too and donate some things, because I've got some things back there that I haven't listed yet, but I think most of the things that I haven't listed are just not worth listing, and that's why they're not listed. So I've been busting my tail for like a month now, and I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel in my backlog, so I think I'm gonna be doing a little bit of purging myself.
Yeah.
I do have a favorite find though. That I found a vintage wedding dress, all lace wedding dress, for 99 cents in the Halloween section.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I bought it because it was like super spectacular, and I actually think that somebody might actually use it for a Halloween costume maybe. It was only 99 cents. I put it up for 70. I have a watcher on it. We'll see what happens, but it was really cool looking. I couldn't believe it was only 99 cents.
Right.
Do you have any favorite finds, April?
Favorite find?
Mm-hmm.
I know you found more than just the radio.
Some suits, men's shoes.
Something that you were like, whoa, this is just cool.
A new Swiffer.
Awesome.
My Swiffer was looking pretty beat, so I'm going to replace that with the one I picked up at Goodwill for $6.99 yesterday, still in the box.
Cool.
Very exciting stuff.
I've bought Swiffers at the thrift store too, because I mean they're like $1. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I gonna pay $19.99? $1. I can do it for $1. You know.
The downside of that is during our turn process, somebody handed me a mop, and I almost lost my mind. I just thought it was the most horrible, abusive thing I have ever encountered. I showed out.
Mops are gross. Like, they're just gross. I mean, think about what you do with them. You're cleaning up where you have walked and tracked in all the stuff and they're just nasty. Got Ebola on it and staph and
Let's smear it all over the floor.
what was I gonna say? So Tanya, I have yours. What was your big sale of the week, or one that you're excited about?
Me, right?
Yeah,
Me?
hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna share it. Let me get it up. I had too many tabs open. Okay, is that it?
Yes, thank you. So I bought this little mug here at Goodwill, only paid 99 cents for it. And since there was none like it that sold on eBay, instead of doing a buy it now, I thought I'd just run an auction in case it was like, something spectacular, because I've seen some of these types of coffee mugs sell for a whole lot. So I ran an auction and somebody actually bid on it for $39.99. So I was real excited about that.
That's awesome. That's a good coffee cup.
Yeah.
What about you, Robin? You have any really big, nice sales this week? Or anything you're excited about or glad that you got rid of?
Glad my highest selling item was a used pair of women's shoes for like
What brand were they?
Brooks.
What were they?
Brooks. Yeah.
The running shoes?
Yeah. So that was my highest. I had a few within that $40 range, but nothing higher than that. So last week was kind of a slow week.
What about you, April?
I had a few that were all in the same range, like that 80 to 95 range.
It was a what?
$80 to $95. I had like 3 sales in that range since last week.
Oh, awesome.
One was a vintage Lee Storm Rider denim jacket that sold for $93.
Wow.
And those vintage Gucci loafers that I talked about a couple of weeks ago, those were returned and they sold again. I always raise the prices on my returns, so they sold for $15 more than they did the time before.
That's smart.
And then my other sale is a pair of Buffalo David Bitten jeans, and those sold for $80.99.
What's it? Buffalo?
Bitten.
David Bitten.
David Benton.
I actually went and picked up a bunch more of those last night from TJ Maxx. They're on clearance for $20.
Wow. You own TJ Maxx.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
April knows what she's doing. She just likes to pretend like she doesn't.
No,
We know
because
this one.
if I can't drive and source, which I used to really enjoy. I just don't have that freedom anymore. My job gives me the opposite of freedom. They give me zero freedom. So I'm limited to a small area. So I have like my local Goodwill, and when they're dead, I'm like, well, I need stuff. So I'll get some stuff from TJ Maxx. Same difference. I don't care what I sell. Really, I don't. I just care about making the coins.
Yeah.
So these are the jeans. Look at the soles. These are all new with tag ones.
Yeah,
So-
mine were new. They're probably in there somewhere.
So on yours, what made them so special that they were 80 as opposed to these other ones that are 30?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing makes them special.
You just priced them that way.
Yeah, it keeps scrolling. I can't see your screen anymore. Put a screen back.
It is. Anyway.
Well, as Tanya always says, in order to get all the money, you have to ask for all of the money.
That's right.
When you have new items, if the retail price is $120, like I'm gonna sell a little below that. I'm not gonna sell a lot below it, and I just wait. And the buyer always comes.
But you keep a really small store, though, right? You have a very limited amount of items in there, or you have a big store.
No, like 900 and something.
Yeah, that's a big
Why did I
store.
think that you had like 200 things?
That's me. I'm working on it though.
I have a big store.
And was like, you're insulting.
I reached 400 items this week. That was
What?
exciting.
400
Yeah.
in 1 week?
No.
Oh, what?
No. I went up over 100 items in the last, I don't know, 2.5 weeks or something. I'm telling you, I'm busting tail over here.
Go girl.
So,
Yeah, I've been listing too because I've been doing my challenge and I've been really getting close to, like, I hit it last week. And then the other weeks I had gotten close. So if you really think about it, over a 4-week period, that's 150 new listings. That's like way more than I normally do.
Yeah, that's great.
But it's definitely showing, though. Like, my sales have been up a lot.
awesome.
So I'm excited. And I was talking to Matt Lennon yesterday about like building momentum, because we were talking about, like, oh, how much are you spending on inventory, you know, versus how much are you selling? And we were discussing that, you know, even when you're first, because he just went full time 2 months ago tomorrow, I think. We were discussing that when you're trying to ramp up, you do end up spending a lot more money on inventory. But at some point in time, you don't have to continue to keep spending all of that because you've built up momentum, you know. So you don't have to keep, oh, I'm listing 500 things, you know, like. So that's an important thing to remember whenever you're first starting, when you're like, I'm not getting the sales that I think I should be getting, and you have to build up momentum, you know. But I'm excited for him. He's doing really well for going full time, you know, pulling the plug and doing it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. I want to do an interview with him. I love Matt. I think he's funny and great guy.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I would like to do an interview with Matt. I told him I wanted to do a show with him. I said, we need to have the Matt and Deborah show. Because I just think he's hilarious. So it's like, he has a great sense of humor.
That's important.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't show my stuff. I forgot to show my sales.
What you got?
I sold some things, you know. Sold some things. Let me see. Let me get it pulled out here. Share. Okay. I sold these Maxwell House concentrated drink mixes. These sound disgusting to me. I mean, absolutely gross. You mean to tell me in this little tiny 2-inch thing I can make 10 drinks? That sounds so gross. But
I love iced coffee too.
But out of a little squirt bottle?
No, not I don't know. That.
It's a squirt bottle?
It's a squirt bottle, like the Crystal Lights or any of the other little squirt bottles that they have. It's tiny. I bought these. They, I guess, have been discontinued by the manufacturer, I think, or maybe my store just didn't have room for them. So they were over on the clearance, and so I bought them all. And 6 of them sold to the same lady. So she paid $45 for them for 6. And then I still have the vanilla ones left. But I paid, I think, $2 a piece for them.
Where'd you buy them?
H-E-B.
H-E-B?
Yep. H-E-B.
H-E-B.
And then I sold this. This is one of the items that I had pulled for the video I'm going to have to do, where I pulled the listings down and repriced them and then put them back up again. And this is one of the items that I had priced at $69, free shipping, and I decided to pull it down. I repriced it at $49 and added the shipping on, and it sold on Friday.
Oh, nice. So
yeah.
How many of your items that you repriced or relisted like that sold?
I'd have to look. I haven't looked. I'll be doing that video, I think, tomorrow, because I was going to give it a week.
At least 2 that I know of, right?
Yeah, there's, I think, been 3 or more. I know there's at least 3. I'll have to look, though. It may be more.
That's a neat little experiment.
Yeah, it was. I was pretty excited about it. I really wanted some things to sell, because I was like, man, I don't want to make this video, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this experiment, and it's like, that didn't work.
Right.
That didn't work at all. So it actually ended up being a lot more items than I had originally pulled. Like originally I had said, oh, I was gonna do 11, and I ended up doing like 33. So that's 1, 2, 3. There was 3, I think. It would have been 4, but it sold before I could pull it.
Darn.
I made the video and was like, oh, I'm gonna reprice this item, and then like an hour later it sold. So like for full price. Yeah. It was that those nature cards, those animal birds and stuff.
Oh.
The vintage ones from the 70s.
Sounds
those
cute.
sold. Yeah. They were talking in the chat about global shipping program, and there is still the misconception that I used to have that it's too expensive. And somebody commented over in the chat saying it's too expensive. It is not too expensive anymore. It used to be awful. The customers were getting charged way too much for shipping. Sometimes double what you would have paid if you just shipped it yourself. However, the prices are now normal. The customers, and somebody mentioned over somewhere yesterday, I think, on one of my videos, they commented, well, the customers are having to pay customs fees and they shouldn't be paying well, if not, and they're like, every country, it's charging for every country, and that's not true. I have gone through, before I even made that video about global shipping program, I went through and checked as different countries, as different things. No, not everybody is paying customs fees. Every country has their own rules about how much something costs, like the value of it. If it's over a certain value, then they're going to pay these certain taxes and all of this different stuff. But the only country that is paying incorrectly is Canada. So that's why in that video I showed you how to exclude Canada from the global shipping program and ship the items yourself, because Canada is the same as shipping here. It's, you slap the label on it, you sign it, and they track it to the door. It's the same as shipping here. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to ship to Canada on your own. But if you haven't used it in a while, I would go back and look at it again, because I've had 5 global shipping program orders in the past week where I hadn't had any international sales I was getting like one a month, maybe.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So, but if anybody has any questions, we're basically just going to be doing a quick Q&A today, and then any other things that we decide to discuss.
Yeah, we got lots of questions.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you see?
Okay, I'll go in order. So Christiane asked, another reseller recently mentioned how high number of views, impressions without correlating sales hurt you in a search. Any thoughts on that? I'd be curious to know that, because we do something in iLot called Wednesday Watch, or Watcher Wednesday, and we all like watch everybody's items on eBay. So I wonder if that's...
Yeah, we've discussed that. We actually no, it's not good to have a bunch of watchers or people that are looking at your items and not buying. It's against your conversion rate. It's basically saying all of these people are looking at it, nobody wants it. So it's going to go down in the search because it's proven nobody's buying this. They're looking at it and they're not buying it.
Okay.
How do you feel about that, April? Do you pay attention to any of that, or do you know anything about that?
I just know if it's green or red.
You just know what?
If it's green or red.
Yeah. But yeah, if your item's getting looked at a lot, basically your impressions, and also about your page views. So if it's getting looked at in the search and nobody's clicking on it, or they're clicking on it a lot but they're not buying it, your conversion rate is going down and down and down. That means, like, from the click to the buy, did you convert the sale? Was it, they clicked it, they said, oh, I want to buy that, and then they did. That's your conversion rate.
So I just wanted to clear something up. Christiane is saying, so all these Pinterest parties we're doing are hurting us then. And no, I don't think that's the case, right? Because you're not watching it, you're just pinning it. You're like...
Well,
but
they have to look at it, though, to pin it.
But I thought it just had to do with clicking the watch button, but it doesn't?
No, it's about actually clicking the listing as well. So that's what they're talking about. And whenever you're having a lot of views and no sales, it's hurting your conversion rate. I think Jeff Davidson was actually going to go discuss that with you guys at one point, but then he felt like he didn't want to say anything.
Okay. I'll talk to you about it. You'll be hearing from me, Jeff.
He's like, I'll go tell them. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, no, maybe not.
Well, thank you so much, Christiane, for bringing that up, because I didn't know anything about that. So I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, it's basically like if you had, let's just say like you have an item in the store and it's at the front checkout, or the front area where you come in. And people keep walking by. That's prime real estate, right? That's
right.
Top search result. That's prime real estate.
Yeah.
But 1,000 people pass by that item and nobody buys it. Is the store going to keep having that item right there at the front that's prime real estate? No, they're going to move another item. Yeah. They're going to put another item there, which is exactly the way you can look at top search results. If people are passing by that and not buying it, they're going to move it down.
Yeah. Okay. Nee Huff asked, what do you do if you have a blazer with no size label, April?
Measure it.
Yeah.
What do you put in the titles? Like, do you do a comparable size, or do you just put the measurement, or what are you putting in the title?
The size.
So you're taking the sizes, like the measurements, and comparing them to...
Well, you can get the size from the measurements.
Okay. Is there a special resource that you use for that? Is there some type of sizing calculator that, or you just know?
No, you just know.
Well, that's very helpful. So the next time I get one, if you have one, send your measurements to April. She will tell you what size it is. Okay.
In order to determine the size of a blazer, you measure the pit to pit, which is the chest area. So you measure pit to pit, and then you double that number. So say that number is 22. You double that, 44. From that number, you subtract 4. And everyone always says, why do you subtract 4? Well, we subtract 4 because if the person and the jacket are the same size, then the person can't move. They're like this. So subtract 4. So in this case, 22 plus 22 equals 44 minus 4. That's the size 40. To determine the length, you're going to measure from the top of the collar to the very bottom of the jacket. Anything shorter than 30 is going to be short. Anything longer than 33 is going to be a long. Anything between 30 and 33 is going to be regular.
Do you have this written down somewhere that, like, do you have this documented that other people can?
There's a video on my YouTube channel. It's probably the most viewed video I have.
Okay.
How to measure a sport coat.
Yeah, that's great information.
Let me find it. Yeah, that's really good information. I don't do coats, but I think that's interesting. What would you do, Tanya or Robin? What do you do with your?
I'd go watch April's video.
I don't buy anything that doesn't have a size tag in it. To me, it's like, I don't do men's clothing that much either. So,
yeah.
If it doesn't have a size tag in it,
I'd probably, pass on it. Unless I was into blazers, but yeah, then I would buy it because they're really profitable.
Here it is. Okay, I'm going to post it over in the chat. Look at you grinning. Cute. Okay. All right, I have it over in the chat. I posted that video on how to measure the blazers. What other questions do we have?
Okay, another one from Nehaf. Has anyone heard about the replacement program by Apple on the Nano's first generation?
No.
Mm-mm.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Apple Nano.
I saw somebody in the chat said that the Rockstar Flipper has a video on his channel talking about that. So.
iPod Nano replacement program. Apple has determined in very rare cases the battery of the Nano will overheat. These were sold between 2005 and 2006. Has been traced to one single battery supplier, and you may order a replacement unit on their website. So it's sort of like the Beats one too, where the pill thing or whatever, you can trade it in for money. Okay, what else we got?
All of our questions are coming from the same person. He asked, how do you get the buyer to buy? Lower the price? Did that. Offer free shipping? Did that too. Got a couple of things that have a lot of watchers. Any suggestions?
Up the price.
Yeah.
Increase your price.
Believe it or not, that actually really works sometimes. Because if you have an item and it's priced lower than what somebody would expect to spend on that item, then they would automatically, well, what's wrong with it? I know I've done that before.
Yeah.
You have to take, I take into consideration a lot of things whenever I buy an item, especially like shipping time. Mm-hmm. If they have it marked down that it's going to come parcel select, I don't buy from them at all. And like even the other day I actually won an auction, and it was only because it was ending in like 33 minutes because I really just wanted to buy my item. I don't like auctions. But I won the item, and then I paid right away, but he was going to ship it first class, and I really thought about like just sending him like a prepaid priority mail label, because I didn't want it first class. I want it to come like now. But I didn't, because I didn't want to freak him out because he only had 9 feedback. And so I didn't want to be like, oh, well, here's the label, and put the label on the box and we can put it, I didn't want to like freak him out. Yeah, like, this is a scammer, no! And then I didn't get my Samsung watch or whatever.
I was going to say to Nee, Huff, that would be a good experiment for you to maybe take 5 items this week and raise the price and let us know next week in the chat if you get some more interest on your items or some sold.
Yeah, raising your price if you have a lot of watchers does change things as well, because the watchers they'll get a notification saying that the price has changed. So sometimes people watch things and then they forget all about it, you know,
right?
Or they buy it from somebody else and they didn't like take off the watch. I mean, watchers doesn't mean anything really.
Right.
Like the item that I had, it sold. It only had 2 views, so 2 people looked at it and one of them said, "I'm gonna buy it," and that's it. You know, like there was nothing special about it, you know. But then I had another item that had 2,100 views.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, and nobody bought it. So.
Okay. Brian, the oak brook picker, asked, "What's the best tool to de-embroider something?" I think is what he's saying.
Oh.
De-embroider.
Take the embroidery off of something.
I've never done that before.
Wouldn't that leave an outline? Doesn't it normally?
It sounds like too much work to me.
Yeah, that's really bad.
It must have like an initial on it or somebody's name or something that it was
I've heard
custom.
Right.
I've heard of people doing it.
Yeah.
But it typically leaves some type of outline, because clothes or items fade over time, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's just from the sun, or just, you know, the dyes fade, and then when you take off the embroidery, it actually still leaves it there a little darker than the rest of the item.
Yeah.
Okay. Marina Kelly asked, for 2,100 views, was the item good till canceled?
Yes. Yeah, it was. It actually sold this weekend, though. And, you know, the funny thing about it, the customer, it probably would have sold before, but I think I had something messed up in the shipping. If you ever see the button at the top of your screen where your shipping price is supposed to be, if it just says calculate, it doesn't work for your customer. They're not going to be able to just flat out buy your item. That's a good way of being able to tell if there's something wrong, like maybe the item is too big for the shipping that you've selected. If the item's too large for the shipping that you've selected, it's going to error out. It's not going to let them buy it. What I had on that item is I had a Smart Post, because it was a bleacher chair. It folded up, but it was like 25 inches on one side, you know. I had it a Smart Post, and apparently with the measurements that I gave it, it errored out. And so the customer sent me a message, and he's like, "I'm trying to buy this, but it won't let me." And even though it was free shipping, it still wouldn't let him buy it.
Huh.
So I had it as Smart Post, free shipping, and it still wouldn't let the transaction go through because it errored out that shipping method, saying it can't use that method. So I went in and changed it to Parcel Select, even though it went priority because he lived here in Texas. But it only cost me $7 to ship this 25 by 20 by 7 6-pound item yesterday. It was $7, I think.
I love shipping in Texas.
I know. And then I had another item that was all heavy and cost like $20 to ship it, and they lived in Oregon. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah. That's going to cost you.
Yeah, it was $18 FedEx. Oh my God.
Yikes. You ready?
But what was I saying about that? Oh, yeah, so it might have sold before, and just people didn't want to bother sending me a message saying, "Hey, I can't buy this."
Yeah. Okay, there's another one from Amelia 2325 says, "I have really basic brands of clothing that someone gave me. Is it better to lower the price to 99 cents and include shipping, or just donate them someplace?"
Donate.
That's a lot of work. Yeah, I would just donate.
Why would you sell something for 99 cents with shipping?
I guess maybe they're hoping to attract more possible buyers at a low price, and maybe they'll bid it up. like an auction, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't ever put anything for 99 cents, including shipping. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put this pen for 99 cents, including shipping. Like, what was I gonna say? So when you guys are sorting through like your stuff and you're deciding like, okay, this is it's things that aren't listed yet. Because I don't understand. Do you guys do this? Because I don't understand doing this. Where you have items listed, but then you pull them off and you're like, I'm just gonna donate these. I don't understand that because you already did all the work.
Yeah.
Like you did the hard part.
Yeah.
Do you do that? Do you like pull things and just get rid of them?
I do. Sometimes I'll pull things and take them to a consignment shop or, you know, maybe to the antique booth. I'm always moving stuff around. Gonna sell it one way or another.
What about you, April?
I have not as a matter of routine, but I definitely am getting ready to dump a bunch of stuff. Just stuff that's probably not gonna sell that I've had listed for 2+ years.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, April. I'm thinking though, I wonder if I should try and send the stuff into like ThredUp or something like that. I don't know. And then they can just discard whatever it is that they don't want to sell. I don't know.
Have you ever used startup, Tanya,
Nope.
or April, or anyone?
Seems like I want to say I sent in to get a bag from them, and I don't know if I ever did. I think I just used Swap. No, I did use ThredUp, but you know what? I need to follow up on that. I don't think I've ever heard back from them because I remember they sent me that real big bag. Remember? Like
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, I forgot. Let me make a note to follow up on that. Like
But
I sent them, I never heard from them. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just interested, and I've got some things that's been sitting in my store for a while. I'm kind of at that point now to where it's like, okay, I'm up 20% in my listing views and up 20% on the little click rate thing or whatever, but I'm right there with the sales conversion rate is just not there. So a lot of the things that I've had for a while that are getting all of these views but not selling, like I should probably take those down, and you know, it'd be a good thing to experiment with ThredUp, I think, since I've never done it before, especially with stuff that I'm thinking about getting rid of anyway.
And Swap's good too. I've used Swap, Robin.
Is that they send you a bag and you send it in too?
Now with Swap, you have to you just use your own box.
Oh, okay.
But ThredUp's going to send you a bag, and it's a huge bag, and I filled that sucker up, and it's been a while. How long has it been, Deb?
It's got to have been more than 6 months.
Oh my gosh!
But you've heard
you were talking about that back when Nicole was on the show.
Listen, if I don't make a note or a post-it, it's like out of here, I'm gonna forget.
That's why I've been using my planner.
You've had good experiences with Swap, though?
I have. And if you send them something and there's a problem with it, they'll just send it back to you. And it's the cutest thing. Wherever they find a flaw, they put a little frowny face sticker.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you know what? And I just took it to the consignment shop and they took every bit of it. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do Swap, and then whatever Swap sends me back, I'll take to the consignment shop. I have a Plato's Closet here. Is that like, I can do that, right? I need to get some of this stuff out that's not selling.
Yeah.
April, do they have like something like that for men? Like a...
I'm sure there is. I haven't said or considered it because I never followed through on any stuff.
They have an awesome men's consignment clothing store in my favorite area of town. It's really cool. I've always wanted to go in there, you see all the clothes and the Brooks Brothers and the this and the that and all fancy looking and stuff in the windows. And I'm like, I wonder just, to go in there. I've just never have. Maybe I'll do that this week. Go be nosy. I don't have a kid that can like destroy the store while I'm looking. So.
Are you still doing Poshmark?
I need to. I'm not right now. I need to. I have a few high-end items in my eBay store right now that I really think would sell on Poshmark. And so that's actually what I wanted to do with my morning, was put a few of those things on my Poshmark, but I had printer issues and I was trying to ship and stuff and just didn't get around to it. So that'll probably be something that I do tomorrow. You have to be selective on what you put on Poshmark, I think. Higher end items, things that are people, the younger generation is going to think is cool and stuff.
Yeah, I know Thelma Thrift does really well with Poshmark.
Does she?
Yeah.
Cool. And maybe I should put that Coach bag. I forgot. I got a Coach bag this week.
Yeah.
At the bins.
At the bins.
And
That's
there's
awesome.
Nothing wrong with it at all. So.
How did you authenticate it?
What's that? No, I just know. I know from the quality.
Yeah. You can tell by looking at the stitching and.
Yeah, Coach is not that hard to determine whether.
Yeah, I can always tell just by feeling it.
Now, I think Louis Vuitton or something like that would. There's a lot of really good fakes out there.
For sure.
So you have to be careful, but I know that the Coach that I have is real.
What did you ever figure out on your purse, Tanya?
I didn't figure anything out. It's still here.
Good job.
And you know what I did notice? I noticed last night that they wrote the price on it very sneaky, like somewhere right around here. And I don't know how in the heck I'm going to get that off. It's a little IV or VI or something. I can't see it now. But they sure did. I don't know how I'm going to get that off. Oh, here it is. I don't know if you can see, right? You see it?
What's it written with?
I'm sure it's a Sharpie, a permanent marker.
Why would they write on an item?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get that off.
That's so weird.
I might just give it to Madeline. I don't know.
I've given away so much stuff like belts and stuff that their stores decide to write on with marker. Like, why are we writing on leather?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, we have any other questions?
Marianne Wheelwright asked, items with high views, should you relist or sell similar?
I think you're supposed to sell similar, aren't you? So that way it wipes out the previous information.
Okay.
Like all the previous stats.
I sell similar on everything. If that's wrong, I've been doing it wrong for like 3 years.
No, that's what they say that you're supposed to do. When I pulled my stuff, I don't remember if I did how I did it. I don't think I even cared. But I think that what they say is that you're supposed to do like a sell similar, so that way it's new, as opposed to when you relist, it kind of keeps the stats from before.
Yeah.
Thelma Thrift is in the chat, and she says Poshmark is not only for high end, but people flock there for it. It is, however, focused on fashion.
Okay. So as long as it's on trend and fashionable right now, there would be some interest.
So when you guys are listing clothing that like maybe the brand's not that great, but the item's really cute and fashionable, and do you just focus on the actual item and kind of like let the brand be, like, I wouldn't even put it in the title, but just let the brand be kind of like second thought?
I've done that on a few things, and they've sold based upon their style and stuff. So yeah.
What about you, April?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's certain types of items that brand is completely insignificant. One time, probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, at Goodwill, they got in this huge load of vintage sport coats. And I'm talking about these things were like straight 70s polyester with the crazy patterns. And I bought them all. Like, I talked to the manager. I said, seriously, all of these? And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I want them all. Because I just knew that they were going to do well. And I made my money back after the first 2. And I had like 40 of them.
Wow.
Wow.
And some of those were, you know, like brands that you would never sell in like men's dress clothing, like Stafford. There was a Stafford jacket in there that did really well because it was vintage. It had the look that people are looking for. But yeah, brand doesn't always matter. You can sell an item just based on features.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other questions before we close out for the day? Because it's 1 o'clock, and I know some of you ladies need to go.
Badly.
You cut out for me. What?
I guess no question.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
Well, thank you everyone for coming out to watch us today. I know we didn't really have a topic. We will have one next week. I have one in mind. So we'll have a topic next week if the girls want to do that one. I don't know. We'll discuss it. But but anyway, thanks for viewing, and make sure to join the Resellers 2 Facebook group so that way you can get the notifications for whenever we are going live. And then also, you know, the other ladies post their videos there, and you can post your questions. But anyway, everybody have a really great day.
Bye.